A La Nina weather pattern starts in the eastern Pacific Ocean along the equator. Cold water from deeper in the ocean rises, which causes the upper portion of the ocean to cool, a process called upwelling. That causes the bulk of the rising air, which creates thunderstorm activity, to shift further west, which alters the entire circulation of air in the atmosphere. This results in sinking air over the southwestern United States. When air sinks, it warms and dries, causing high pressure to dominate. That high pressure can force the jet stream to completely miss Colorado to the northeast, like it did in all of November. In that case, the Front Range and the mountains stay warm and dry. Sometimes, with the high pressure slightly more south, the jet stream can move right over Colorado like it did last week and will be doing again starting Thursday. In this case, it brings in moist air at a westerly angle. The air rises as it hits the Rocky Mountains and drops good snowfall on the slopes. But westerly winds mean the opposite on the Front Range on the other side of the mountains. When the air comes over the mountains, it sinks, which again is warmer and drier, just like the atmospheric circulation, but on a smaller scale. What you don't see very often during a La Nina is the jet stream dipping to the south of Colorado, which is how the Front Range gets most of its snow from easterly upslope winds. This classic La Nina pattern has been shaping our state's weather since October. Areas to the west of the Continental Divide have just slightly below average snowpack, while to the east most areas have seen about 40% less snow than average. It's the least amount of snow Denver has ever seen this late in the season, and Colorado Springs is still waiting for that first measurable snowfall. La Nina patterns often release their grip on the weather as we get closer to the spring. During last year's La Nina, the mountains and the Front Range had well below average snow up until the last week of February. That's when Denver had one of the snowiest 40-day periods in history with 43.6 inches of snow. Meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen, 9 News.